The problem is not the news. The problem is how we react to it. Every single day, something breaks on our phones, on televisions, on social media, on YouTube. And before even we think about it, before we even try to understand it, we jump. What do we jump to? Conclusions, judgments, protests, anger. We don't pause. We don't breathe. We don't think. And that's exactly what we saw in this case of Supreme Court's ruling on stray dogs in Delhi. Before the ink on the judgment was even dry, animal lovers out, activists protesting, residents were shouting, politicians tweeting, and filmmakers were giving interviews. Everybody wanted to have a say. Everybody wanted to have a side. Nobody wanted to wait. But here's the thing. Patience is not a luxury in democracy. It's the backbone. And if this case teaches us anything, it is that patience matters more than passion. Now let me break that down for you. Now, when the news first broke that the Supreme Court had asked for the stray dogs in Delhi to be shifted to shelters, panic spread like wildfire. Animal lovers thought that this is genocide for our street babies. Residents thought that finally our kids can walk safely, cycle safely without being traced. And then, of course, came the screaming match. Twitter timelines were flooded with Facebook posts, went viral, WhatsApp forwards began circulating about how India was becoming cruel or how India was becoming unsafe. And in between all of this noise, one thing was missing, the solution. See, the truth is, democracy is messy. And like tossing a coin in the air, you cannot predict what side it will land on. You can't scream at the coin in the midair and say that, hey, please land on the heads. It will land where it will land. All you have to do is wait. That's what we didn't do here. That's what people of India didn't do here. Instead of waiting for the full hearing, instead of listening to both the sides, people took positions. Animal lovers went to the extent of threatening people who spoke about safety. On the other side, residents began painting every dog lover as an extremist. And while this verbal war was going on, the court was quietly doing what courts are supposed to do. Listen. Listen to the data. Listen to science, to precedent, to law. And the final decision, which came today, is actually something remarkable. A balance. The court has said that yes, dogs must be sterilized and vaccinated. Yes, they must be released back into their own original localities. Yes, there must be feeding zones. But no, rabid or aggressive dogs cannot roam free. This is not a legal ruling. This is a lesson that both the sides, those who love animals and those who fear them, can live with. A lesson that you don't always have to choose one extreme or the other. A lesson that solutions are not born in protests or hashtags or threats. Solutions are born in patience. Think about it. Both sides are actually happy today. Animal lovers are relieved that their dogs won't be snatched away. Residents are relieved that aggressive and rabid dogs will be handled. The city has guidelines now. Everyone has clarity. And ironically, what people fought about for days has now ended in a decision that makes both the sides feel heard. But here's the bigger question. Why don't we apply the same patience to everything else? Why do we rush to outrage every time there's a new law, a new policy, a new verdict? Why do we forget that a coin tossed in the air takes a few seconds to land? Look at social media protests. We don't want to wait for data. We don't want to wait for facts. We don't want to wait for solutions. We want immediate outrage, immediate judgment, immediate hero-villain stories. We forget that democracy is not a Netflix series that gives an instant climax. It's long, often boring, sometimes frustrating process. But it works if we let it. The dog verdict is a proof. What looked like a battle with no end has ended with a middle ground. It's almost poetic, isn't it? The very creatures we call man's best friends have taught us how to be better humans, patient humans. So here's our message today. Next time a new story breaks, don't just consume it, think it. Don't just react, reflect. Don't just protest, participate in solutions. Because shouting louder doesn't make you right. Waiting, listening, and understanding might. And when you toss that coin in the air, don't try to control it. Don't fight about what side it will land on. Just wait. Because sometimes the answer isn't heads or tails. Sometimes the answer is balance. And that's exactly what the Supreme Court has given us today. Balance. With this and a lot more that'll be coming up, make sure that you stay tuned to the Fact Flash. Good night.